Hey everyone, let's travel back in time to ancient China. China has a super long and awesome history. Some of the very first kingdoms were the Xia Kingdom and the Shang Kingdom. These kingdoms were like the starting point of Chinese civilization. The Xia Kingdom is believed to have been around from about 2070 BCE to 1600 BCE. Then came the Shang Kingdom from about 1600 BCE to 1046 BCE. These dates aren't exact because historians are still figuring out the precise timeline. These early kingdoms were located around the Yellow River Valley. This area had really good soil for farming, and that's where Chinese civilization first began. The Xia Kingdom is kind of like a legendary story. The most famous person from this time is Yu the Great. Yu was a legendary hero and king. He's known for saving China from a huge flood. The story goes that China was having a terrible flood that lasted for years. Yu's dad tried to stop the flood, but he couldn't. So Yu had to take over. Yu was a smart and strong leader. He used his smarts and engineering skills to build canals and dams. These inventions stopped the flood and saved everyone. When Yu the Great stopped the flood, things changed. He started the Xia Kingdom and became its first king. The Xia Kingdom is thought of as the very first kingdom in Chinese history. But a lot of what we know about the Xia Kingdom comes from stories and legends passed down through generations. We don't have much actual stuff dug up from the ground from the Xia Kingdom, so it's hard for historians to know all the details about this time. Even though we don't have much proof, the stories of Yu the Great and the Xia Kingdom are still a big part of Chinese culture. They show how important it is to be a good leader, never give up, and overcome problems. After the Xia Kingdom came the Shang Kingdom. The Shang Kingdom is important because they left behind more things that archaeologists could find. This gives us a better idea of what life was like back then. A leader named Tang started the Shang Kingdom. Tang defeated the last Xia king and created the Shang Kingdom. The Shang Kingdom was known for getting really good at making things out of bronze, writing and organizing their society. During the Shang period, the government became more centralized. The king had a lot of power and was helped by nobles and officials. This time period set the stage for how China would be ruled in the future. Section 5. Clues from the past. The Shang Kingdom left behind lots of cool objects. These objects help us understand their culture and how they lived. Archaeologists have found tombs, palaces, and villages that tell us a lot about the Shang people. One of the most important discoveries from the Shang Kingdom are oracle bones. Oracle bones were used to tell the future. People wrote questions on these bones in turtle shells, and then tried to see what the answers were by looking at cracks in the bones. Finding these oracle bones tells us about the Shang Kingdom's religious practices and beliefs. It also shows us some of the earliest examples of Chinese writing. These writings are considered some of the first forms of Chinese characters. Section 6. Oracle bones and bronze treasures. The Shang Kingdom is famous for its beautiful bronze objects. Shang artists were really good at making things out of bronze. They made fancy containers, weapons, and special objects for ceremonies. These bronze objects weren't just useful, they were also like art. They often had cool designs like animals, mythical creatures, and shapes. The oracle bones and bronze objects of the Shang Kingdom are important for many reasons. They show us how skilled the Shang people were at making things and how artistic they were. They also tell us about their religious beliefs, how their society was organized, and what technology they had. Section 7. The end of the Shang. Even though the Shang Kingdom did a lot of great things, it eventually came to an end. The last Shang king was King Zhou. King Zhou is often seen as a mean and selfish king. His time as king was full of corruption and problems. At the same time, a new group was getting stronger to the west, the Zhou. The Zhou people, led by King Wu, challenged the Shang Kingdom's power. This led to a big battle called the Battle of Muye. In this battle, the Zhou army, helped by people from the Shang Kingdom who didn't like King Zhou, defeated the Shang army. King Zhou, seeing that he lost, is said to have set fire to his palace and died in the flames. Section 8. What the Xia and Shang left behind. The Xia and Shang kingdoms, even though they were separated by time and are kind of mysterious, started Chinese civilization. The Xia Kingdom, with Yu the Great stopping the flood, showed how important good leaders are, and how we can overcome problems. The Shang Kingdom, with its writing, bronze making, and social organization, helped Chinese culture and government grow. The Shang's fancy bronze objects, elaborate rituals, and use of oracle bones give us a peek into their complex society. These early kingdoms created ways of governing, organizing society, and cultural practices that would affect China for a long, long time. Section 9. A brand new chapter. When the Shang kingdom ended, it was the end of an era, but a new kingdom came after it, one that would change Chinese history forever, the Zhou kingdom. The Zhou kingdom would rule for many centuries, longer than any other kingdom in Chinese history. They came up with new ideas about government, like the mandate of heaven, and saw a lot of cool philosophy and culture grow. But that's a story for another time.